If you want to make $1,000 on YouTube, even $1,000 a month as a gaming channel, a vlogging channel, a personality channel, or any kind of entertainment channel, you can absolutely do it, but especially when you have a smaller channel, you can't leave your monetization strategy up to YouTube. Not even the big entertainers make that mistake. We're gonna look at some of the principles that some of those top performers on YouTube follow and steal some of their money tactics ourselves. And I think you're gonna see that the math actually breaks down to $1,000 faster than you might think it does. Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and welcome to Video Creators. This channel is all about helping you guys grow your YouTube audience so you can spread a message that reaches people and changes their lives. And the finance, money side of that is very, very important. A few weeks ago, we actually talked about how many subscribers you need in order to make $1,000 on YouTube. The answer? Not too many, actually. YouTube doesn't even pay you at all for the amount of YouTube subscribers that you have. The amount of money you make on your channel actually has everything to do with your plan for not only delivering good value through your videos, but capturing good value in return. We looked at a few examples about that, like this channel for one, Video Creators. When we had around 3,000 subscribers, we were doing around $10,000 a month. We also looked at an example of a channel that only has a few thousand subscribers, but is generating over $2 million a month, as well as another example of a channel that only has like less than 30 subscribers, and they earned $99 from a video that only has less than 150 views. Check out that video linked up down below or on a card around here to learn more about how they did that. But the basic answer is that they created something to sell that was directly aligned with the value people wanted to consume from them and from in their videos. The whole conversation was good, but it led to a very common comment like this one. How do you make money from an entertainment channel like mine? Well, actually, the exact same principles apply. It's just that entertainers haven't often defined what the value is that they're actually providing to their viewers. It's like, why do people watch you play video games? Why do people watch you go about your daily life in your vlogs? Or why do people listen to you sit down and just talk about something that's important to you? In order to sell additional value, it's very important that you first know what value people are consuming from you, that they want from you. And on an entertainment channel, it usually boils down to one of two things, and sometimes a combination of both, which is often entertainment channels are providing a relational value or a community value. Now, how do you actually monetize a relational or community value though? Oh man, there are lots of ways. Let me tell you, when people know you, like you, trust you, and they want to consume more of that kind of value from you, it's like one of the most powerful ways to actually sell something and earn a living. And if you actually make your brand revolve around a creed or a belief that you and your audience hold in common together, something that your brand represents, your sales will go even further. Let's take a look at Logan Paul, for example. Like, love him or hate him, the guy's been very smart in how he does a lot of things on YouTube. He didn't grow to 18 million subscribers by accident. Not only does he have a very strong relational value with his audience, but he has a creed, a belief that he says multiple times in almost every single video he does. What is it? Any of you guys have seen his videos, you know how many times does he say, be a maverick, right?
Mavericks change the world, baby. Crazy, inspirational. Anyway!
That's his creed, that's his brand. Like, his whole community revolves around being your own self and being independent and taking nothing from nobody and blazing your own path, having that free spirit. So when Logan sells his merch, people aren't actually buying an article of clothing with Logan's brand on it. They're actually buying into a community. They're buying an identity that they want to be associated with. Too many entertainers on YouTube don't actually understand this principle, and they think the solution to making money on YouTube is just to make a merch store and try to sell some swag. So they set it all up and they never sell a single item because they don't actually understand what they're actually selling. They're not actually selling a piece of clothing. People are actually buying into a community that represents something that they want to represent and shares a belief that they also share. Now, I use the Logan Paul example because it's content that a lot of people are familiar with, and so it makes sense, and hopefully you guys, hopefully that's helpful. But let me share with you maybe like a little bit more down to earth story and example that how you can, the math behind how you can make $1,000 on YouTube, even if you are a small entertainment channel. My wife and I have a family vlogging channel that we actually post to consistently now because we have a lot of other life family things going on. But that's actually how we first got started on YouTube back in 2006. I was in graduate school, halfway across the country to my family. I started dating this girl and I thought YouTube would be a great way to introduce her to my family back home. And so we just started making little videos together, and long story short, we got married, managed somehow to have 7 kids in 8 years, and now you know why we have too much going on to be able to consistently post to that channel. Our target audience over on Schmovies are young moms who have 1, maybe 2 kids, but you know, their little kids are 3 years old and younger. And they watch our vlogs because they wanna know, like, how do they manage this with 7 little kids? They're like, I am struggling with 1 or 2 kids, how do they do it with 7? And so we try to craft our vlogs and our stories to share those types of insights with our viewers. One of our favorite ways to do that is to do a family adventure day once a week. Now, family adventure day is really when we just do something, an intentional activity together as a family for the purpose of bringing us closer together relationally, but also to provide intentional teaching opportunities for my wife and I with our kids. And our audience just loves those vlogs. They look forward to this family adventure day stories to see how our family is growing closer together despite having a large family with so many little kids so close in age. And so because we know exactly who our target audience is, who we're going after, and we know the value of why they're watching our vlogs in the first place, now we can create a product to sell. So for example, it wouldn't be that hard to like write a guide or an ebook called maybe like 52 family adventure day ideas that cost $10 or less. And maybe we'd sell it for 10 bucks. Every time now we do a family adventure day vlog, it's like a really natural opportunity to just plug that guide, that ebook, and generate sales. Maybe even when we make a video of our family doing every single family adventure day idea in that guide or in that ebook and make 52 videos out of it. So here's the math. Like, let's say we got 2,500 views on average per vlog and we converted 1% of them into a sale. That's 25 sales at $10 each. That's $250 per video. And if we do one family adventure day video every week, then that's $1,000 in sales on a family entertainment channel. But there's so many opportunities to take that idea even further, like to grow a community around it, maybe encouraging people to use a hashtag like hashtag family adventure day and sharing like their family adventure day stories with us and each other and showing us how they're using different ideas from the guide that we wrote and how it's strengthening their family, and maybe they're swapping ideas and of how they're teaching their kids stuff and everything. Like, you can form a whole community around that just adds more and more fuel to this value that you're providing and leads even more into the sale that provides like 10x the value of what they're getting from one of your videos. Let me make this really practical for you guys and give you a few ideas for how you can start to implement this type of monetization strategy on your channel. Number 1, you really need to start by determining who is your target audience and what is the value that you propose to deliver to that target audience. Without that, you're only gonna have merch with a logo on it and some shirts that don't generate any sales. Once you understand those 2 things, then number 2 is how do you sell that value in a format people are willing to pay for? Some common ideas for relational and community-driven channels might be to sell tickets to events or meetups. Maybe it's behind-the-scenes footage and private live streams with your community, people maybe who are channel members for you, or who are patrons for you, or who are on a membership website or something like that. Maybe it's selling access to a private Facebook group where you're actually going to give your audience access to each other and start forming that community deeper that way. Or maybe you're gonna start some sort of club that people pay to be a part of for, you know, additional value and perks and things that really form a community and present the value that you want to present. Really, it just kind of comes down to any time that you make yourself more accessible to people, or, and more powerfully, when you give the community access to each other. That's like when the real magic happens. But the third thing you really gotta do, and like, cause none of this works, you know, if you don't have this too, is you need to actually start clearly communicating what your brand, what your channel is all about, like what you actually believe, what's your creed. When people see your brand for the first time, like what do they immediately connect with that brand? When they think of Logan Paul, they think Be a Maverick. Video creators, hopefully they think, you know, reach people and change lives. They think about my family's vlogging channel, Schmovies, it's becoming a family team. It's really important to have that creed, that belief established, because the strongest communities, online and offline, they don't actually revolve around common interests, they actually revolve around shared beliefs. You need to clearly communicate what your belief, what your creed, what your brand represents, what it's all about, so that people who share that belief, when they find it, they're like, I need this, you know, and they just connect with it so much more tightly and intimately than they would have before. If you want to dive into this in way more detail, I have a full 50-minute training video on how to start implementing all of this into your channel. It's called How to 150x Your YouTube Revenue with a Business Plan. And no, it is not a clickbait title. It's actually a presentation I gave at a YouTube event a few months ago, and it's available exclusively for you guys who are channel members. You can click the video you see right here on your screen to go check it out, or there's a link to it down below, and see if it's right for you or not. Then click that join button and you'll get instant access to not only that training, but as well as many other full-length, in-depth trainings to help you reach more people, change their lives, and make money so that it's all sustainable. So thanks for hanging out, and see you guys over in that next video.